Sports View London, boxing news from the capital city, here with promoter Eddie Hearn. How are you, Ed?
I'm alright, excited about Saturday, looking forward to it.
Yeah. Did you draw anything from that press conference at all today? You know, sometimes you see a glint in someone's eye, or one person looks more excited for a fight than another.
I think a lot of the people fighting here on Saturday are operating at a level and platform bigger than they've operated before. So I think there'll be a lot of nervous fighters in there, particularly like Hibbert, Bowes, Boylan against Good John. I think there's a lot on the line for those guys. So I don't think they want to really conserve too much energy. I think at the weigh-in tomorrow you might see something a little bit different, but press conference is always fairly relaxed, and I think they're ready to go to war.
This strikes me as a bill of journeys and stages, if you like. You've got the likes of Ricky Boylan coming up, and the light welterweight division is electric anyway. You've got Joshua on his journey, and Lee Selby on the verge of a world title fight. It's a nice blend. Yeah, it is, and I think you've always got to look. You can't do 10, 50 fights on a bill because everyone's at different stages in their career. But I think when you look at the fights on this bill, like Hibbert's in an absolute war. People don't even realise that actually. Boylan against Good John's just a total 50-50. Bowes against Hughes the same. Selby against Brunker is just a great fight, 50-50 against two brilliant fighters. And Joshua is in a really tough fight, but you just don't know how it's going to play out. And he should win, but it's how he wins, I think, more than anything. So there's a blend of everything, but ultimately, as always, a loss for anyone is devastating to their career. And some on this show mean more than others, but basically if anyone loses, then they're off track in terms of where they want it to be. Definitely, and it's a pressure platform as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you're in the O2. I think it's the best arena in the country.
Fantastic,
especially for these kind of kids, who've all of a sudden, blimey, every fight I've had's been at York Hall. Now I'm at the O2, there's 6,000 people in here, and that's when you actually get great fights, because everything goes out the window and it just goes, I'm just going to have to fight, and that's those kind of fights sometimes are the most entertaining in the sport.
The fight, in all honesty, that jumps out for us, and when it got made, was Ricky Boylan against Tyler Goodjohn. Because I know for a fact that I know Ricky on a personal level, and there is serious, there's needle there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, and I think you didn't see that today because I think they're professional enough to know now. Tyler's been in a lot of, we talk about these big arena fights. Tyler boxed Tyrone Nurse at the MEN Arena last time in front of a big crowd. He's boxed at the XL, he boxed Danny Connor. This is the right time for Tyler, this fight. And Ricky's had sort of stop-start, he bashed Tony Owen at the XL, that was a good win. But he's been injured and he's had a few 6s and 4s and stuff like that. But this is a shootout, that's what it is, And I think you'd say, part of you says Tyler's engine and boxing skills could be influential, and part of you says Ricky could stop him, But you just don't know how that fight's going to play out. But massive for both fighters' careers, because if Tyler loses, he sort of had his go and he shot southern areas and Englishes, but Ricky really don't want to be at the English, he wants to be British and Commonwealth. But if he doesn't win on Saturday, he ain't good enough to be.
Yeah.
So he's back to southern area and rebuilding there. So it's really devastating. A loss in that fight is devastating for either fighter, really. Yeah,
it's nice that you say that, because a lot of, pardon the pun, casuals, I don't think they realise the magnitude.
But for their career, it's just like, it's like Selby against Brunker. That fight is to become the mandatory to fight for the world title. So for them, at that level, that's everything, because they both want to be world champions, nothing less. They've won British, Europeans, Commonwealths, and now it's all about world titles. The only thing that's important to them. For Tyler and for Ricky, it's about becoming English champion, and that could be, for someone like Tyler Goodjohn, that could be the crowning moment of his career. But what you need to happen in all fights is that it means that much to each participant, and that's what gives you the chemicals for a great fight. It doesn't matter about the levels, it's how much that particular fight means to you. It doesn't matter if it's for the world title or the Southern Area title. That could be the biggest night of your life, so.
And as a promoter of Anthony Joshua, do you go into 2015 fearing anyone at heavyweight domestic level?
I think David Haye is a level beyond the likes of Price and Chisora and Fury. I believe he beats them guys now. Doesn't mean I put him in with them guys now. But when he beats Baktov, and it really comes down to how he beats Baktov. If he beats Baktov in style and he beats Sprott in style, you have to say those guys are next. You know, because where else do you go? You can't
That's where
start
you're
going
looking.
backwards. Yeah, I think summer of 2015, Price, Fury, Chisora, they're the fights that Joshua's going to be in.
And finally, Eddie, your gut feeling, you know Carl Froch better than most people on this earth. In your heart of hearts, does that fight happen?
On January 31st, I believe so.
Right.
If I had to have a bet on it, I would say yes.
Thank you for your time, Eddie.
Right, mate, no
Much
problem.
appreciated.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.